Master strategist President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. President, master strategist APC people. Time for strategy don't reach you. Now when I go really need strategy because the music where President Donald Trump they play for you, so you will need strategy to fix this problem. And this will not be strategy to convert all politicians or governors to APC or how to turn the country to one party state or turn National Assembly to APC town hall. No, it is strategy on how to protect the lives of Nigerians and guarantee security. Nigerians make una no panic whether they say US get ulterior motive or whatever motive. Is it not a shame say for you to fix insecurity in your country you need another person to remind you? Now the blood of innocent Nigerians, as President Jonathan talk, the bloods that are sharing, now in they cry. So it is the evil when Nigerian politicians don't do. It is the chickens that are coming home to roost. Now the evil, now they live after una. So we go remind una of how the problem where we did. So it is your collective responsibility now una handwork. In the heat of this insecurity when it happened under President Jonathan, what was your message, President Tinubu? The slaughtering of Christians is not acceptable. So now why do you have problem with calling Christian genocide? Not be when I talk, I'm even under President Jonathan. You politicize the issue of insecurity because people wanted the then President Jonathan to leave. All the time we the then President Ayo Risheja for he go UN, he talk say Christians should defend themselves. Now even pastors been they talk. Why should he say so? Today CAN and PFN, nobody they hear their voice again. No. Buhari come for 8 years. What did you people say under with the issues of insecurity? What happened with insecurity? An entire region, Southern Kaduna, was almost wiped out of the map. What you wanna do about them? You said that there is no Christian genocide. Yes, Muslims are being killed, Christians are being killed. The important question first is who they kill people? What is causing the killing? When there was hit of say Fulani militia and herdsmen, they kill people and all that. What was President Buhari's response? They say, may they create Ruga, may they do this. And then you come up with such policies and you say that there should not be perceived Christian genocide in the country. Una they play Ori Buruku Lenshe. The names of the people where they on top of the states where they look so. Now which people are in there on top of them? When people were killed and buried in a mass burial in Benue, the President Buhari there in government house, he no come out go there. He said tell IG or police to go, IG no go, but he no even remember. In 2016, Deaconess Eunice Olawale, a member of Redeemed Christian Church of God, was butchered in Cuba for doing morning evangelism. The vice president for that administration is a redeemed pastor, Pastor Yemi Oshibajo. What happened? Who was prosecuted? Who was arrested? 2022, Deborah Yakubu, Usman Danfodio College of Education, stoned to death by so-called students who acted like terrorists. How many people were prosecuted? How many people? How many churches? How many mosques that were maimed? What did you people do about it? Today you are now saying that, oh, they should not. If you say anybody is witch hunting, the question is, are you a witch? Because since President Tinubu come, you as commander-in-chief, this is one of the only administration where we see commander-in-chief outsource issues of security to national security advisor, while the president is more concerned with politics, trying to port people from one party to the other. You as commander-in-chief, with issues of insecurity, you no go oversee Ministry of Defense, you went to oversee Ministry of Petroleum. Buhari, who was retired military general, no go defense, he go Ministry of Petroleum. Now they all of una they ganusi. That thing where they for petroleum, night una don't see so now. That is why it has become a shame that for you to handle the constitution says security will be the primary responsibility of government. So for you to handle insecurity in your country, you need another government to come and remind you. Whatever that it will take you, President Tinubu and Nigerian leadership, you must tell us now the root cause of insecurity and how to protect lives. You travel, go holiday for Europe. Within a space of 2 days, more than 100 people were killed. A leader was on vacation in another country. How many times did President Buhari tell Nigerians say they go release the list of Boko Haram sponsors? What happened to the list? Why does nobody want to mention exactly the sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria? Those are the questions. It is not whether they have ulterior motive or ulterior motive. Nigerian leaders, Ori Buruku Leshe, Oshilenshe, this issue of insecurity must be taken to a reasonable conclusion. The wasting of innocent blood, the wasting of innocent life has to stop, and we must get to the root cause of the matter. So if you will need external pressure to be put on you, they should put it and ensure that you protect Nigerians. Because as it is, nobody they call for war, nobody they call for religious war, but government must do their job. Anywhere where government have been putting injustice and evil, this is the result. As you they collect loan from them, collect their warning. We want to handle the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Master strategy, strategize very well because we need security, we need protection, we need an end to the killing of all Nigerians regardless of religion or tribe. May God help you now for the one we wanna do so. My name is Peter for Nigerians. Nigerians, it is up to you. Ensure that you speak up to liberate yourself come 2027.
Countless times have I said it. Everybody might forget, but the internet can never forget. Is it shocking or surprising to some APC persons that today everything so far said by them in the past are now working against them today? Imagine the Christian body who were so vocal during the time of ebelle, Jonathan, Goodluck. Today, they seem to be so mute, silent about the whole issue happening. Now, tell me what happened during the time of ebelle, Jonathan that is not happening today. Or how come everybody seems to be so quiet? Want to play politics with everything. We are so much concerned about 2027 general election, forgetting that people will be the one to decide the fate of whoever that will become the next president of our great nation. In as much as the US have their own ulterior motive, but if you look at it from another angle, it might be so shocking that they are the one today putting pressure on our presidency. A president for how many months now have never made any meaningful steps towards making sure that lives and property is secured. Every now and then they keep campaigning, saying so many things to their best interest, simply because they have every security agencies attached to them to secure them and that of their family members. Imagine as we speak, the Senate is nowhere to be found in all of this. Now, if this whole issue were to be something that somebody in Nigeria raised, by now, Wike would have done video upon video just to rubbish that same person who is telling the government to wake up and perform their civic right, their responsibility. Because that is the main purpose why they were there. The whole essence of having a president, governor, a local government chairman, senator, is that they represent the good interest of the people that they are governing. But today, the story is quite different. They are there to represent their personal interest. Even when people are telling them, this is what we want, you will see a situation whereby they are doing what they want, not what you want. And today, the whole presidency is shivering because they know the might of that same America. Like I always tell some of my friends, say, in anything you feel is evil, that same thing might also have its own nuisance value. So long as we do not in America, because the antecedents, what they have done to other countries before, speak volume in terms of negativity. And as a result of that, we might not need them. But they coming in to put the fear in them, to make them stand up to their responsibility, I believe is quite commendable. And at this point, I want to beg anybody out there, irrespective of your tribe, your religion, there's need to speak up, whether you like it or not. Even if they call it Christian genocide, and you also know that there are some Muslims who were also affected as a result of this insurgency. As a result of that, it doesn't stop you as Imam, Muslim faithful, coming out to lend your voice that the insecurity in the land is quite alarming and there's need for the presidency to do the needful. But a situation whereby you are so mute, silent about the whole issue, Christians are crying on a daily basis, it shows that your silence is meaning acceptance of whatever atrocity that the bandits are meting on the people. And that is why today everybody can stand tall and said it's Christian genocide, not Nigeria genocide. Because if you were to be a situation whereby the way Christians have been complaining, Muslims also do the same, I believe it would have been more okay that it is not just for Christians alone, but the same goes with Muslims. Anyway, whatever you think, drop your comment in the comment section. Once again, share and follow the page. Like I always tell people, this life, karma is real. If you check today, everything that is working against this government is what they planted in the past, forgetting that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan will not make that special call and accept defeat. They were planning all sorts of evil. After planting it, in the end, Goodluck surprised them to go back there to remove the mines, the bad seed planted by them, so that it will not germinate and turn into a bigger tree that will become a menace tomorrow. It was now another different ballgame entirely. And that is why today, all of them are running helter-skelter, because they know how it all started from. But coming out so boldly to go against it is that same mindset, boldness, you don't have.